Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the latest in the Real Grade line, and that is the Real Grade Gundam Astray Red Frame. The RG line is something that I wasn't really too into at first when it was first announced and we first got the first couple kits from it. But once I actually started building a few of them, I just went crazy and bought loads of them. So I have a bunch, but the last few releases have not been all that really exciting for me. The ZakuAurelius, I like that, but I still just haven't bought one. The Exia, I'm not really a big fan of. The Double Riser, I have one, not the normal version, but I did get the P-Bandai Trans Am version one, so you should be seeing that pretty soon as well. I want to show you guys that kit. But anyway, this was the first one in a while that I was really pumped about, and I'm really even not too much of a fan of the red frame. At times I am, and at times I'm not, but this kit looks super nice, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. There's certain parts that I think are not really all that exciting for me. Like I've said on many occasions, I'm not really a huge fan of the sword, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to be giving that away, because I imagine there's probably some of you guys out there who are going to want to have two swords. I'm probably not going to be using it for mine, so I think I'm probably just going to give that away to one of you guys later. I'll talk more about that in the review if I decide to do that. And also, just like the holding hand for the sword, I think looks kind of too big and just kind of goofy anyway. So let's go ahead and get into the unboxing of this. Really nice RG cover art as usual. The RG line has some really great cover art. This is 2015 release, very new. And here on the side we can see this is number 19 in the series. So it's getting up there. Next one should be number 20. We haven't got an announcement of what that's going to be yet, but hopefully it's going to be something cool, special. We should be hearing about that very soon. Actually, by the time this video is out, it's very likely that we have gotten an announcement about that, so we'll just have to see. Here on the bottom, I like how the box art for the RG kits are all very uniform as well. It's all very similar. We've got the cover art there of the face, a look at the frame, which looks like a stupid candy cane. Not into that at all, but luckily it's going to be all covered up. I know they wanted to show it's got two-tone. Yeah, it's great, and it's good for the hands, which are supposed to be two-tone, but the rest of it just could have been red. I wouldn't really care too much about that. Then we've got just some details about the frame, the stickers, the markings, the sword. A couple of gold pieces we're going to have for that in that nasty kind of plastic gold color, and then here's what it's going to look like just out of the box. No paint or anything, just built up, snapped up, all the stickers and everything on there. That's what you're going to be getting. So that's one great thing about the RG line as well. The kits look really great out of the box, so that is definitely one good thing about them that I think everyone could agree on. And then here, just some action poses. As normal with most RGs, it's going to have some really nice articulation here, some great parts moving, the armor movement. Some poses there with the sword, with the shield and beam rifle, the loadout of weapons that I prefer. And then this retails for 2,500 yen, the very typical price for an RG. Another thing that I like about the RG kits, as we open the box, is that they show on the inside of the lower part of the box some other versions of the same mobile suit. So we've got the BB Senshi version, the HG version on the other side. I'm guessing we're going to have the Master Grade and a Perfect Grade version there as well. So that's cool, something that I like about the RG kits, that they do that. Bag number 1 has our A runner right off the bat, big multicolored A runner there. Bag number 2 has our sword, chromed piece there. Bag number 3 has our inner frame, runner B, and then our huge sticker sheet, also again very typical of a real grade. Bag number 4 has just some more of our larger runners, red, white, gold, and gray there. And then bag number 5 has just the remaining red and black armor parts there. It looks like those reds are the same color, or are those two different colors? We'll take a look when we look at the runners more closely. Here's a thing in here about the Hobby Japan Freedom add-on parts, don't care. And then here is our manual. RG manual, again, very nice art there. On the back is going to be our sticker guide, where we're going to be putting all of our realistic decals everywhere on the kit. And then our color guide here at the bottom, color chart for the Gundam and color chart for the pilot there as well. Try to bring that closer here for you guys. There you go, now you can see that a little bit better. And we'll open it up. Let's open it up to the middle page first. Or no, sorry, there's no middle page. Going through with the construction, looks like here showing you about the inner frame runner first. Some kind of basic steps on how to build. Here's our parts list. We're not going to have any X's here, I would imagine, as most everything should be used. There's no polycaps, of course, on a real grade, so we don't need to worry about those. Yep, no X's there. The RG kits are nice. The manual is just kind of littered with colors, nice big color shots and stuff like that all throughout instead of just like on one page. So it's kind of nice as you're going through. Starting off with the legs and all of that. It's just showing you the movement, make sure everything's moving correctly there. Then as we finish up the legs, then we're going to move on to the waist next. Finishing that up and then moving on to the arms. And then once again showing you make sure everything's moving in the arm as it should be. Then we get to our middle page where we're going to move on to the upper body, I should say. Putting the arms on there and then continuing on with the construction. And then here's a nice thing about the Gerbera straight. And then the shoulder armor. Putting the legs and all of that together, then lastly the head unit, and then moving on to the backpack unit, and then the weapons, the beam rifle first, then moving on to the shield next. Pretty simple there. Here's more about the weapons and the mechanism. And then finally the Gerbera straight is going to be the last thing we're going to be assembling before just a little bit about the hands. And then the last page is going to be just about how to use the weapons. We've got beam sabers as well, just plain beam sabers, how to use the weapons, and then how to mount it on the base. Looks like it's got a new action base connector for this that like slides onto the crotch instead of just like the normal like crotch grabber piece, so that's cool. Hopefully that works better than the regular one that we've had with previous RG kits. Here's about how to open the cockpit hatch. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing how that works, and then just a bit about the ab crunch. Looks like how to move the waist armor, how to move like the waist frame and back skirt armor. Looks pretty interesting there. We'll have to see that in the review. We'll take a closer look at that. For now, let's take a closer look at the runners. Alright, starting off with our realistic sticker, realistic decal sheet, whatever Bandai calls it. Just all of our stickers, including the shiny ones and just the marking ones. I would normally not use this, but I think for the review I am going to use this. Maybe not all of them, but at least some of the main ones I'll use just for the review anyway. Then I'll have to take them off again eventually when I paint the kit, but it's okay. For you guys, I'll do it. Anyway, a lot of our just typical RG markings here. The RGs can sometimes be a little bit overboard with the markings, so that's why I'm saying I might not use all of them. I think sometimes in some areas there's a bit too many on such a small kit, especially it can be overbearing. But there's that. Runner A has 4 different colors here. Our beam saber effect parts there on the top, 3 little red parts here, and then 1, 2, 3 little clear green parts there on the bottom. Then we've got a bunch of other white parts here. It seems to be a little bit off-white. It seems to be just slightly gray, I think. It's not totally white, it looks like, but I could be wrong, but it doesn't look quite white. Anyway, great details on here as usual for an RG kit. The armor is going to have some really nice details. B runner is our inner frame, and it is marked Advanced MS Joint 10. So I don't remember if Advanced MS Joint 10 is one that has been used on a previous kit. I think this is a new B runner that we've got for this particular RG. We could see it reused in future kits, probably P-Bandai versions or Expo exclusive versions of the Astray. So far, at the time of recording this video, we haven't had any announcements about those, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Runner C, this runner is definitely white, I'm pretty sure. And this one has just our shield parts for the Gerbera sheath. There's our pilot figure there upside down, and then a bunch of other armor parts there. So there's the faceplate and all of that. Runner D is just straight red. It's going to be a lot of our red frame parts as well as some other parts here and there. And here we can see is our V-fin as well. Runner E is more red, but as we can see, it is a slightly different red color. It's a little bit darker than the D runner, so there is going to be some two-tone here in the red. Runner F is just going to be some more red parts here. I believe this is the same red color as with the E runner. We can see the F runner is ABS, so it's going to be a little bit different there. It's kind of unique. I believe the color is the same. It looks like it might be very, very slightly different, but that could just be due to the fact that one is ABS and one is just regular polystyrene. Runner G1 is not black, but it's just a very, very dark gray color. It's close to black, but not quite. So obviously these are going to be our parts for the shield, some parts for the backpack, feet, chest, and beam rifle there. Runner G2 is our chrome blade piece for the sword. Looks quite nice. And if we look very, very closely, hope you can see this, there is going to be some Japanese kanji there on inside the handle. Hopefully you guys can see that. You probably can't see it too well, but at least you can see that there is something there. Not really going to be any use for that as it's going to be inside the handle, but it's just something kind of cool, unique that they did for this. Then we have a small little H runner here of just 4 kind of gray colors for around the torso region, I believe. And then we also have runner I with 3 different parts in that nasty gold color, which are going to be going on the sword and on the handle and on the sheath part anyway. And that is it. So that is going to be it for unboxing the Real Grade Astray Red Frame. Looks like a great addition to the Real Grade line. I'm definitely excited about it. It looks really nice. Again, I'm sure it's only a matter of time till we get some P-Bandai versions of this, probably a blue frame. I'm not sure if it's going to have any different weapons. It could just be a color change, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave those below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the review. Bye bye.